Hello, good afternoon, ladies. This is your host, Club After the Club that have a sports sport live right here in Leesburg, Virginia, Loudoun County area. Today, ladies, I'll talk to you guys about the fact that Kenny Clark has agreed. Packers have signed Kenny Clark to a 4-year $70 million extension offer. I'll get you guys the details on that. I'll tell you guys about the fact that Alvin Gentry got released from the Pelicans as Pelicans coach after 5 seasons with them. Austin Dillon getting the coronavirus, missing Daytona. Reds versus Pirates game being postponed. Get you guys in that just for sure. And so the coronavirus. Derrick Jones Jr. being stretchered out after a collision. And Magic Johnson and his wife, a Cookie, they're going to be vacationing at Croatia, by the way. So I'll get you guys to that. Dominik Mysterio versus Seth Rollins street fight, SummerSlam, and the birthdays for late great Nipsey Hussle, Chief Keef, J Law, Joe Jonas, Ben Affleck, many more out there. So I'm gonna have for that. I'm gonna talk to you guys also about the fact that, let's see what we got. All right, so a homeless man was arrested yesterday at the Al Lang Stadium. By the way, get you guys to that for sure. And WBC lightweight champ Devin Haney was dating Instagram model Lyra Galore. Gives you guys that just for sure. That's all the news I'm gonna have for that. And Retribution striking again. Asuka being Asuka 2 belts if she can be at SummerSlam, and Mandy Rose versus Sonya Deville, hair versus hair at SummerSlam as well. And that right there will pretty much be it right there. And Kalisto's return. Get you guys that, I'm sure. I want to start things off with just the fact that Packers have signed Kenny Clark to a 4-year, $70 million extension offer. That includes $25 million signing bonus. It goes to 2024 season, $37 million in first 2 years of the offer. So that's surprising news right there. Off runs out 2024. So that's things right there and exciting. Well, breaking news, by the way, just a little early today, Alvin Gentry got released as Pelicans coach after 5 seasons. So, and Pelicans, they would have been the playoffs by now, but they're not. So, not looking good there. They're not going to be in the playoff tournament, play-in tournament, that is. So, it's also for next year. Always for next year. So, hopefully, that plays out. And I'm not sure the new coach is going to be for the Pelicans. So, that is going to be a surprise right there. So, never knew who that's going to be. Also, guys, that the Reds and Pirates game has been canceled after a Reds player had coronavirus, by the way. So, really not looking good there. And that Reds player is going to be quarantined, and that's all there is to it. Hopefully, the Reds, hopefully Cincinnati or the Pittsburgh, they're not going to have any coronavirus outbreaks there. I hope that does not happen. So hopefully that player will be quarantined and just get awaiting test results. So wait and see. Others I want to point out, by the way, Derrick Jones Jr. was stretchered out after a collision, by the way. So thoughts and prayers out to him, his teammates, his family members, all of his fans, all of his viewers, subscribers. It's a horrific incident. So keep Derrick Jones Jr. in your prayers, everybody, on that. Also, some other news that Austin Dillon, he had coronavirus and he's going to miss the Daytona race. So really not looking good there. He'll be getting quarantined and await testing results as well. So really not looking good in there. Also, another news that WBC lightweight champ Devin Haney dating an Instagram model by the name of Lyra Galore. They went on a romantic trip to Cabo and El Pedregal, Mexico, and Devin Haney rented an awesome mansion. So they got personal chef, they got swimming pools, they got ATVs. So hopefully they enjoy themselves. And they are dating, by the way. So surprise news there. And that's all there is to it. I mean, Devin Haney's undefeated, by the way. He's got 21 in a boxing record, by the way, if I'm correct. So yeah, that's amazing right there. He's undefeated. He's got a boxing record. He's the undisputed WBC lightweight champ. So looking good there, we'll say. So nothing more to it. Also, some others I want to get down to some breaking news and others. Dominik Mysterio versus Seth Rollins will be a street fight at SummerSlam, by the way. That will be live on the WWE Network. So that is pretty much all there is to it just for that. And we saw this past Monday that Dominik Mysterio was beaten down with a kendo stick by both Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy, and that did not look good there. We'll say that. So that is all there is to it. Rey Mysterio may be showing up this coming Monday night. Hopefully, he does get some answers, and well, that's all there is. So once again, everybody, Dominik Mysterio versus Seth Rollins. It will be a street fight at SummerSlam. And what does Rey Mysterio think of that? And why exactly? And Rey Mysterio's going to ask his own son Dominik, "Why'd you go yourself in this? Why'd you grant Dominik Mysterio in this? Why'd you grant Seth Rollins in this match? Like really?" Rey Mysterio could be asking his son that. So really, that's well, it makes me see. We'll just have to wait and see what happens a week from Sunday. So really, not looking good there. Others I want to point out, by the way, Asuka, she just won the women's triple brand battle royal, by the way. And she has 2 title matches. And she could be Asuka 2 belts, by the way. So could we see Asuka 2 belts at SummerSlam? I mean, she has 2 title matches. One against Sasha Banks, the Raw Women's title. And the other is going to be against Bayley for the Smackdown stuff. Could we see? I mean, we saw Becky 2 belts. We saw what she did at WrestleMania last year. Could Asuka do the same thing at SummerSlam a week from Sunday? Could Asuka walk out with both titles in her grasp? So that does remain to be seen. I can tell you that. And could Asuka really pull this? Could Asuka be the second woman to be unified Raw and SmackDown Women's champ? And that could change history. So I mean, Asuka, she was undefeated in NXT. She was undefeated on the roster when she came. Not so undefeated anymore. She's a former NXT Women's champ. She was undefeated. She was a former Raw Women's champ, former SmackDown Women's champ, former 2-time Women's Tag Team champ. So, but could Asuka really pull this off? That's the question that's going to remain. So, could Asuka be walking out as Asuka 2 belts at SummerSlam? Wait and see on the WWE Network. Wait and see at SummerSlam live on the WWE Network. By the way, so that's all there is. So could Asuka be Asuka 2 belts at SummerSlam? Let me know in the comment section. I'll address response to that. Another news I want to get down to, by the way, Mandy Rose versus Sonya Deville will be hair versus hair at SummerSlam, by the way. And whoever that person's going to be bald was Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville. I got Mandy Rose all the way. Despite what Sonya Deville did to a Mandy Rose, attacking her in the backstage area like 2 weeks ago. And then last week Mandy Rose gets revenge by attacking Sonya Deville. So now it's out that there will be a hair versus hair match between Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. I got Mandy Rose win that match and Sonya Deville being bald. That's what I got right there. So it's gonna be a good match. And whoever wins that match is gonna have to cut their hair. It's gonna wind up being bald, and whoever that's gonna be, well, not looking good there. Really not looking good there. I hope Mandy Rose wins that match and takes out Sonya Deville. I hope that happens at SummerSlam. But you can see that hair versus hair match between Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville live on the WWE Network, by the way, as well. So that will be surprise news right there. I can tell you that. So nothing more to it, everybody, on that note. So that's all there is. Also, some other news I want to get down to, by the way, that let's see. I'm gonna say happy birthday, some birthday wishes out to late great Nipsey Hussle, by the way, 35th to Nipsey Hussle, to the late great Nipsey Hussle. By the way, even though he was shot and killed at last year, I think last year at the as a Marathon clothing store. We all remember that. The heartbreaking tragedy of Nipsey Hussle. So rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. Happy 35th and rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle on that. Marathon continues. Want to say happy 25th to Chief Keef, by the way. Huge milestone birthday. I mean, huge milestones for late and great Nipsey Hussle. He's 35. He would have been 35, but he's been deceased. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. My 25th birthday. Wish out to Chief Keef, by the way. Huge milestone for him, by the way, on that. J Law, Jennifer Lawrence. Same birthday wish out to Joe Jonas, Ben Affleck, DJ Smoove, the General of Cali District. Same birthday wishes out to Alex Oxlade, Chamberlain, Anthony Anderson. Happy 50th to Anthony Anderson. Big milestone, it's 50. Big one. Big 5-0. Anthony Anderson. Once their brother was at the Cash Out. Daryon, Simmons, Debra Messing, and Emily Kinney. And also Johnny Gargano, Johnny Sellout, or Johnny Takeover, how you want to say everybody. So same birthday wishes out to them, everybody. Send your birthday shout outs, your birthday tweets, and birthday responses. That's all you got to do, everybody, on that note. So nothing more to that, everybody, on that. So that'll be said there. Others I want to get down to, by the way, that Magic Johnson and his wife Cookie will let a pandemic or a coronavirus saga spoil them from their annual super expensive Euro shipping to Croatia. By the way, Magic spends millions renting amazing yachts for sending sail around Amalfi Coast, the Amalfi Coast, with his rich and famous friends of his. The Johnsons are keeping a low profile with mask on and limited exposure. They were both spotted at the Dubrovnik by fans, smiling and posing for pics with anyone who was asked to keep their distance. Please do so, everybody, on that note. So that, Magic Johnson and Cookie, his wife Cookie, that is, they were on their way to Croatia. Spend millions of money on a yacht, by the way. So yeah, they're going vacationing in the middle of the pandemic. You could have stayed home, but Magic. Hope Magic Johnson just stay safe in this coronavirus saga, because you don't want to wind up having coronavirus. That's something you just don't want to do. So he's went on trips back in like last year, by the way, 2019, with all the yachts and J Law and A Rod and all the others were there. Magic Johnson was birthday was this past week, by the way, as well. So now he's gonna be on a boat trip to yacht trip to Croatia, by the way. So really, I'm not sure he needs to vacation though, but he could have stayed home. Is what he could have done. So yeah, didn't look good there. We'll say that. On that note, to the very least. Also some other news I would get down to, by the way, that a St. Petersburg police have arrested a man by the name, St. Petersburg police, however, they have arrested a man by the name, let's see if I can find it. Daniel Naja, by the way. Daniel Naja, by the way. He was arrested. He somehow got it. Yeah. So St. Petersburg police have arrested a homeless man who arrested and charged after he was at a closed stadium, by the way, which is the Al Lang Stadium, by the way, of the Tampa Bay Rowdies, by the way, for 2 weeks, and it was closed due to the coronavirus saga. He got food and murked the whole time. And he's a homeless guy, by the way, squatted in this facility. Now, there were cameras in there that, 39, he was moving around the Al Lang Stadium, eating, drinking things in the concession stands or concession area, snagging Rowdy's clothes, and memorabilia from the team store. He took up more than $1K worth of stuff, an additional $250 from the concession area. A cleaning crew noticed personal items like shaving cream and razors in the suit that Naja was living in, that he allegedly lived in, by the way. Now, he was arrested and charged for burglary, charged for resisting as well. He's currently in the Pinellas County Jail on a $5,150K bond, by the way. Now, if he's convicted, he will get jail time for life. So that is all there is to it. So they say he's been staying in there for like, I think 2 weeks. This is the pro soccer. This is the pro soccer team stadium, the Tampa Bay Rowdy Stadium. By the way, stays mistakes. Police say he was staying there for like 2 weeks. Somehow he's like somehow got himself in. He somehow got to the Tampa Bay Rowdy's Al Link Stadium, by the way, and he was eventually be arrested for burglary and arrested for arrested and charged for burglary and resisting as well. So if Daniel Neja is convicted of these charges, he will get jail time for good, and that's not looking good there. So that dude, man, not a good look there. Really not a good look. I could tell you that right now. So hopefully he gets together, because that right there is just disaster. Absolute disaster. I could say that right now. That's absolute disaster. So did not look good there. Really did not look good there. I could tell you that right now. Now, also some other news. Retribution, they have attacked yet again. And, at the end, at the start of SmackDown last night, when it was Big E versus John Morrison, Retribution attacked both Big E and John Morrison, by the way, and Miz came right out, by the way, as well. And that really did not look good there. And Retribution just took off. And then they went to the back. I mean, there was security there, precautionary measure, securing the entrances and securing the securing the securing the crowd area, by the way, as well. But clearly, during the match, for sure, lights were flickering in the match, and then the SmackDown roster would just come right out surrounding the ring. No Retribution was, but clearly Retribution was in the backstage area, attacking numerous people, like I think security, referees, and Superstar in there. So really, and probably talent in there. So that did not look good. And basically, one referee, female referee, Jessica Carr, that is, has the SmackDown roster go to the backstage locker room area, and they noticed that there was a bunch of carnage over there. That they attacked both referees and security, and even stars in there as well. So, and just people in there, just people in the locker room area, and basically Retribution just took off. So that right there, just it was just an absolute disaster. I could tell you that. So something really needs to be done to Retribution. I could tell you that. Can't figure out how they even got in it, but hopefully Retribution is arrested and charged, because this is just uncalled for. SmackDown roster, they need to step it up. They got to step it up. So hopefully, this doesn't occur anymore. I mean, they had security in the front entrance and security in the crowd area, and basically, Retribution was in the backstage area attacking everybody in the locker room area. Are you kidding me? It's just uncalled for. It really is. So this is just absolutely uncalled for. I can tell you that right now. So Retribution, something's got to be done about them. And who's in behind these attacks? Who really is? Who's behind Retribution? And and why are they attacking these officials and some of the people backstage? It makes zero sense. So obviously this is not looking good. You think they're gonna strike on Raw? You think they're gonna do the same thing what they did last night on Monday Night Raw? I mean, you saw them last week, took over the end of the show, and then like middle of a match, took out Biggie and John Morrison, and then they took out everybody in the backstage area. By the way, it's just, I mean, there were like 10 or 20 of these guys. And who's behind the Retribution table? That's a big question that remains. And who are the members behind it? Who are the members of Retribution? And who's even behind it? Clearly, who is? Those are kind of questions that you guys want to know. And I'm not sure who is, but I mean, Retribution, they were like DX or like NWO or like the Nexus or the Core or even the Shield, even NWO or the Aces and Eights. But my goodness, the numbers game. I mean, last time last week there were 5 of those guys. Now there were like 10 or like 15 or 20 of these Retribution guys. Can the SmackDown roster stop? I mean, Retribution, they didn't invade Monday Night Raw. They were outside. I mean, they were on SmackDown like last week, and then last night they took everybody backstage. It's just uncalled for. I mean, they weren't. I mean, could they really be going after? Could they really invade Monday Night Raw by this Monday? They weren't even on NXT. So big surprise there. But clearly, something needs to be done with Retribution. I mean, they're like 50 or 20 of these guys. Who was behind Retribution? That's the question. That's the real question that a lot of you guys are going to ask. That's something I want to know. That's something all you fans will know for sure. So hopefully they unveil themselves, or could they even be AEW stars? I mean, they can be release stars or they can be AEW stars. I'm not sure about that. I mean, there was something between WWE and AEW. Oh man, that would be something else. But none of the Retribution stars were unveiled at all. Because they were like 15 or 20. I mean, it's just absolutely insanity is what that is. I can tell you that. So these Retribution guys, they need to be stopped. And they need to be arrested and charged. So someone's got to do something with Retribution guys. And the roster and WWE roster needs to step it on up. Because this needs to end. I can tell you that right now. It's got to end. So hopefully that just ends right there. Other news, Kalisto returned. And he was amazing. He's been out actually with a shoulder injury. But he's going back with Lucha House Party. So yeah, credit due for that. And Kalisto's return, by the way. So that's really good news there. So say the very least on that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it right there for the Clothing About Sportswear. Please be sure you like, subscribe to the Clothing About Sportswear YouTube channel, Facebook page by any and all means necessary. Be sure to send me your comments, tweet your reactions, your thoughts, your responses on let's see, Kenny Clark having the Packers sign him to a 4-year $70 million extension offer, including $25 million signing bonus, $37 million the first 2 years of the offer through the 2024 season. Let me know in the comments what your reaction, your responses, your thoughts about that. I'll just respond to that. So thoughts of praise out to Derrick Jones Jr. He was structured out after a collision last night. Let me know. So same thoughts of praise out to him, his family members, and his fans, his viewers of this horrific tragedy, horrific incident. What are your thoughts? Your responses on WBC lightweight champ Devin Haney and an Instagram model by the name of Lara Galore dating each other? By the way, what are your thoughts about that? I would just respond to everybody on that note as well. Your thoughts on the Reds vs Pirates game being canceled after a Reds player had coronavirus. So thoughts about that? I'll just respond to everybody on that note right there. Thoughts on Austin Dillon having the coronavirus and missing Daytona Race. Thoughts about that? What are your thoughts on Alvin Gentry being released as a Pelicans coach after 5 years? Let me know about that in the comment section. I'll just respond to everybody on that note right there as well. Magic Johnson and his wife Cookie vacationing in Croatia in the middle of a pandemic. What are your thoughts about that as well? I'll respond to everybody on that. Let me know who you think's going to win the hair versus hair match between Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. Let me know in the comment section. I'll definitely just respond to everybody on that. You got Mandy Rose? I got Mandy Rose all the way, so that's who I got. Your thoughts? Could Asuka? You guys think that Asuka can walk in as Asuka 2 bucks at SummerSlam? Let me know about the comment section. I'll definitely just respond to everybody on that as well. Also, this though, guys, that Sasha Banks and Bayley are going to defend the women's tag team titles at Payback. By the way, catch Payback August 30th live on the WWE Network. By the way, as well. So Sasha Banks and Bayley will be defending the women's tag team titles at Payback. By the way, so against who really? Against who? So could it be against maybe, I don't know, Tegan Knox versus Shotzi Blackheart, who they've already taken out at NXT? Could it be against maybe Asuka and Io Shirai? Could that happen? So let me know who you think that Sasha Banks and Bayley are gonna defend the women's tag team titles against that Payback. Let me know in the comment section. I'll definitely just sponsor everybody on that note as well. And that's all there is you need to know for sure. So that's all I gotta say on that. That's on Dominik Mysterio versus Seth Rollins in a SummerSlam street fight, by the way. Let me know about in the comment section. I'll address sponsor everybody. Send your brother wishes out to late great Nipsey Hussle, Chief Keef, Alex Oxlade, Chamberlain, Anthony Anderson, Cash Out, Daryon, Simmons, DJ Smoove, the general of Cali District, Debra Messing, Emily Kinney, J Law, Jennifer Lawrence, Joe Jonas, and Ben Affleck. Say your brother wishes out to them. Please do so your birthday shouts, your birthday tweets, birthday thoughts. Please do so everybody on that note right there. I'll just sponsor everybody on that. And that's all there is you need to know for sure. So nothing more to be said right there. And also, Cowboys Swing's going to take on Nico Pierce, or Nico Price, by the way, on September 19th, by the way. So that's going to with that match. I'll address everybody on that as well. That's all there is to it. Some more breaking news, trend times, level days, makes so much more than the club of sports, all things sports related, everything you need to know. So I'm gonna say, Bryce, take care, you guys. You guys have a good day. Please be safe out there. Bye bye.